Hi there, I'm Jeff Gamet for the Mac Observer, and this is Apple Pencil. This is the stylus that Apple designed to go along with the iPad Pro, their new 12.9-inch Super iPad tablet. Now, this is a really great accessory, but it's not necessary if you're buying a new iPad. Also, keep in mind, it only works with the iPad Pro. It uses special sensors that aren't available in earlier iPad models, in any of the iPhones, or in the iPod Touch. So this is an exclusive accessory just for the iPad Pro. Now, before we get into showing exactly what it can do, let's talk a little bit about what it is. All right, so it's this nice little plastic stylus with a removable tip. This tip comes off so that it can be replaced if it wears out or for whatever reason breaks. And then inside, there's the little sensor tip that's going to be able to detect pressure when you are pushing on the tablet surface, so you can get thinner, thicker lines, darker or lighter lines. And that also senses the angle that the stylus is at. So it can sense if you're pressing straight down or if you're pressing at an angle. That gives you thin line, thick line. It also has a removable cap on the end, and inside there is a lightning connector, and this is what you use to charge. You can just plug it right into the lightning port on your iPad Pro, or it also includes a little adapter, and this adapter lets you use a regular lightning cable. Also, it comes with a spare nib, so if you lose or break the nib that's on your Apple Pencil or it wears out, you can replace it. Presumably, Apple will start offering these as an add-on purchase we can make later on in case we need to get more nibs at some point. The pencil balances really well, like really well. I'm really impressed with how Apple's stylus feels in my hand. It feels like it belongs there. Other styluses feel nice, some feel really bad, some are weighted okay, but this one's weighted just right. It just wants to sit in your hand, and it wants to do its thing, which is write and draw. And it just feels so nice when you are writing or drawing. Now back to that nib tip. It's not plastic, or at least it's not a hard plastic. It's firm and it has a little bit of texture. And what I found is that writing and drawing on an iPad Pro using this nib tip feels much more natural than the tips that I have on any of my other styluses. It feels more like paper with a pencil or a pen. It also doesn't have that clicky sound that the small plastic tips from other styluses have when you're drawing or writing. And it doesn't have that slick glass and plastic feel that you get. There's a little bit of resistance, just enough so it feels like you're moving on a more natural surface. Not enough that it feels like you're having to pull or push or drag to get your stylus to do what it needs to do. It just works, and it just works right. Getting this up and running is drop dead simple. You take it out of the box and pop the cap off the end, plug this into the lightning port on your iPad Pro. You'll get a dialog asking if you want to pair. Just tap that little button and you're done. And now it's ready to use in any application on your iPad Pro. Charging this is crazy fast. With 15 seconds of time, you have like half an hour of drawing and writing time with this. If you let it charge up for a little while longer, you'll have a full day off of it. Like realistically, at least 10 hours, maybe more. And that's use time. So what that means is that you don't have to charge this every day, but you can go 10, 12 hours of use time between having to plug this back in to the lightning adapter or into your iPad. That means for a lot of people, you may be able to go a week without having to do any charging on this. In some cases, even longer. That's pretty cool. Okay, so what can we do with this on an iPad Pro? Well, let's take a look. Okay, before we start actually drawing with the Apple Pencil, there's one other little detail I wanted to show real quick. Now, the logo for the pencil is right here. It's engraved on the chrome part of the stylus. That always ends up facing up when you set the pencil down because of the way it's weighted. Bonus for that is if you set your Apple Pencil on a surface that isn't exactly level, when it rolls and stops, it always stops with that logo facing up. That's just a really neat touch. Okay, so let's see what this pencil can do. I've already opened up a new document in Paper by 53 just so we can get going faster, and I'm going to work with a pen tool. We'll get that out of the way, and it just feels natural when you start drawing. I don't exactly like that head. Let's give him a better head. Okay, and we'll give him a bit of a smile, a little bit of a nose. I think this guy needs a hat, so let's give him a hat. There we go. All right, and maybe he's a little bow tie kind of guy. I feel like right now I should start saying fluffy little clouds. And as you can see, the lines that I'm drawing are just keeping up with my stylus tip really well. There's a latency that's very subtle with a lot of styluses, and I just don't see that happening with the Apple Pencil. There we go. Just like that, I've been able to draw a picture, and everything moved smoothly and beautifully as I was drawing. And it's the same if you paint or if you're just sketching. It doesn't matter what you're doing or which drawing or painting app you're using. The Apple Pencil just works great for that, and I'm just loving it. I will go so far as to say this is, as of now, the single best stylus I've ever used on an iPad. And if you're using an iPad Pro and you want to do anything that involves precision that goes beyond just a fingertip tap, well, then I recommend that you take a look at the Apple Pencil. I think it's a really great choice, and I'm very happy with mine, and I expect I'll be using this as my primary stylus for a long time now. I'm Jeff Gamet for the Mac Observer. Thanks for watching.